YouTube, what is going on? Back on the latest video, back in the installment of Speculation Saturdays. So today I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts, my unsolicited opinions on San Diego Comic-Con 2022. So we did get a bunch of pops, a bunch of sodas to go through. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on each one, whether I think it's going to be a grail, a fail, and just give my overall thoughts on the con in general. So let's get right into it and give my thoughts. Here we go.
Listen, been in the game for a minute, clocking in because it's time to get down to business. Stunting is a habit, on me I'm good at it. Ask around town, I'm known as the Popsavage.
Alright guys, before we get in this video, please smash that like button down below. Let me know you guys are enjoying these videos, and as always, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Hit subscribe button down below as well so you're updated on my most recent content, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted as soon as I post a new video. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con 2022. My overall thoughts of the con was it was pretty average. I don't know, that's from me collecting for a while and cons being special in the past and just feeling just a little bit average, or if it's really just that's the case. I know different people have had different opinions on it. My thoughts in general just feels like Funko had made a bunch of secondary characters that don't have as much hype as they might once have used to, and I'll kind of get into that when we go through our individual picks. But in general, they did a good job at least of giving, I think, everybody something that, you know, you can enjoy as far as if you're a collector of different genres and different shows and stuff. I feel like there is something for everybody. It's just, to me, the characters they picked or I just feel like they were a little bit lackluster. There's not too much that I want. Honestly, there's only about 1 or 2 pops that I'm going to try to get into the collection. I'll tell you guys that as we go along. But in general, you know, it's not the best con, it's not the worst con, it's definitely in the middle. And let's just go through each one of these pops, and I'll tell you guys my opinion if I think it's something that's going to sell out, it's going to be a future grail, or just I think it's a miss in general from Funko. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, this is just a little bit of a rapid fire. First we have the Spider-Man from Amazon. To me, that's just it's going to sit. I don't think it's going to be one that it sells out instantly. Amazon tends to restock a lot recently as well. So if you see that one initially sell out, I'd be on the lookout for more because Amazon tends to do it a little bit more in waves. Again, it's fun to do these speculations as far as the cons are concerned. It's one of my favorite things to do because looking back on it a year afterwards, you kind of see if you were right or not, and just it's fun. It's the whole spirit of this segment is, you know, speculating. You know, sometimes gonna be wrong, sometimes gonna be right, and I just think it's fun doing this and kind of getting your guys' opinions as well. But in general, that Spider-Man I think is going to be a miss for most people. Next we have the Box Lunch Gran Torino, and that's one of the pops I was talking about as far as I just think this pop would have been a lot more exciting for me if it had came out 2 years ago when Gran Torino first showed up in My Hero Academia. At this point for me, if you aren't a fan of the show, or if you are a fan of the show, he doesn't seem as relevant anymore at this point in the series. Now, that obviously may change. You know, a lot of people are still going to be excited to get this character if they're a fan of the show, but for me, I'm not as excited about Gran Torino as I was before. You know, it's definitely one that, you know, before I would have made sure I got in the collection. At this point, it's a toss-up. If I get it or not, you know, it's okay either way. Up next, moving on, we have the Cyber Stand Entertainment Earth Glow in the Dark. Another cool pop. I'm not one to try to complete the whole South Park set. Definitely was trying to a while ago when there's, you know, not as many of them out there. Now they seem to be making more, and it's not one I really plan on seeking out. I do remember the episode, but not one that really excites me but so much, and not one I think is going to necessarily sell out, just because it's an Entertainment Earth one. They don't tend to sell out as fast as some of the other ones. And that kind of leads me to the same thing with Scarab, I think his name is, Layla from Moon Knight. Very cool one. That one has potential, you know, definitely in the future. Not one I think is going to be extremely expensive anyway, but definitely one I can see being one later down the line, depending on how Moon Knight goes, if they do a second season and she's really involved or not. But still a cool pop. I'm not sure if I'll get that one, but definitely one I could see you might want to get into your collection and, you know, get from Entertainment Earth just in case it is something that people are seeking out. Next we have Walmart stuff, which we have the Supersonic, which I think is cool. It's a cool pop. The Sonic pops are always really dope to me. It's kind of hard for me to pick and choose which ones I want to get in the collection. Not a set I feel like I'm going to complete, but this one's very, very cool looking. You know, definitely one that I think is the best out of the Walmart run, but still one I don't think is going to be like a future long-term grail or anything like that. Up next we have the America Chavez. Again, a pop that I think we've made at least 3 of them now. She's a brand new character in MCU, and there's already like two, three versions of her. Not one I see selling out very instantly. If you think that's one you want to get, I don't think it's going to be hard to get at all. Then we have, what's his name? Jimmy Jam, I think his name is. Correct me if I'm wrong, from Parks and Recreation. And that's why I think this pop is also one of those other secondary characters that, you know, I don't think people are going to get excited for. This doesn't feel like a con pop to me at all. I watched the whole series and I don't remember his name. And it's just not a character I think people are excited about as much. I know if you're a Parks and Rec fan, you're probably going to want to complete the set. So, you know, I think those people are going to get it, but not one I see as a long-term grail. And then we have the Star Wars one that I think was from Mandalorian. Not Mandalorian, or what was the next show called? Mandalorian Boba Fett. I think that's where he's from. Not one I think is going to really sell out, my opinion. Now we got the Funko Shop exclusive stuff. So I'm just going to touch on all the sodas as one. You guys know I'm not a soda collector. I want to kind of reiterate my opinion. A lot of people think that I don't like sodas at all, that think nobody should buy them. If you like sodas, buy them. It's just not for me at all. I don't see them as long-term grails. You can check out my reason on my video. If you like them, enjoy them, but just not my kind of thing. Next we have a Peacemaker pop, another pop that we've gotten, what, 3 or 4 of recently. Not one I think is going to sell out. I think, you know, that pop is going to sit for a while, and I don't see a reason why we got that pop again for a convention. Up next we have Ted Lasso. That is a pop I think is going to be a grail, and there's 3 pops I think in this whole con that are going to be potential grails. This is one of them. The reason being is it's such a popular show. This is the first Ted Lasso pop. It is a Funko Shop and con exclusive. You know, that show I still think is on TV as long as it remains popular. I think this is going to be a pop people want. If you're looking to get you know, pops that are going to sell out first, I think this will definitely be one of them. One of the harder ones to get. It's a very popular show. I think Ted Lasso definitely has a lot of potential. Up next we have the glow-in-the-dark Miss Minutes 10-inch. To me, that's going to be a flop. I think that one's going to be one that stays on the Funko Shop site for a long time. I just don't think the 10-inch pops sell very well. I don't think we really need the 10-inch pop because there is a regular size one. I saw a lot of people excited for this one, but still people have to pull the trigger and pay that extra money for a 10-inch pop, and I just don't think this is going to happen for Miss Minutes. The Boruto pop's cool. I haven't seen Boruto, so I can't really give too strong of an opinion. The next pop, might be the only one I'm excited to get in the collection, is that Ninja Turtles Black Ranger pop. I grew up with both shows. The combination of the two is really, really dope to me, and the pops look amazing. I'm so glad that this is the Ninja Turtle pop we got instead of that, what was it, Donatello pop we were going to get with the surfboard. This one's so much cooler than me. Definitely one I'm going to try to get. I see a lot of people excited for it. I don't see a lot of potential long-term for this, you know, as far as the value. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, because it's a pop I definitely want to have in the collection either way. Up next, we have the Toucan pops. Those will sit. They always sit. If you like them, get them. The Demogorgon, same thing. There's been like 800,000 different variations of that. This one comes with a backpack. And then the sleeper one, we have the doll from Squid Games. Now, that's a 10-inch pop. It definitely deserves to be a 10-inch pop. So it's going to come down to how many people want to pay that extra money to have that in the collection, and also who has the space. I think it's a really cool one, like I said, but you know, if you want it, you might want to be careful and grab it, because I can see it going either way. It's selling out or being one that sits. It's one I'm on the fence about if I want to keep it or not, just because it is such a large pop, but it's very cool nonetheless. Definitely think that's one of the better ones Funko did. Now, when I say average, I still think that a lot of these pops are average as far as a character, but Funko did a good job as far as the molds are concerned. They all look pretty cool, and I think that, you know, overall Funko's heading in the right direction with the molds of the pop. Up next we have the FYE Attack on Titan pop. I infamously have only seen 3 episodes of Attack on Titan, so I don't have such a strong opinion on this character, but definitely one I think a lot of people that are fans of that series are going to pick up, so you might want to be fast and grab that. The next pop I think is going to be a future grail is the Charmander metallic one. That's one we've been waiting for a while. A lot of people who are not just Funko fans but are Pokemon fans are going to be getting this one into the collection. It's one I definitely think is going to sell out. As far as the grail potential, long term, I definitely think it could be there. Charmander is a popular Pokemon. It's a con exclusive. A lot of people are going to want to get it, so that's definitely one I would try to get really fast if you are a Pokemon fan. And actually, next up, the last pop I think is going to be a grail is Chrysanthemum, the flock one from GameStop. You know, definitely a character that is popular with a lot of people. you know, it kind of is going to come down to how many GameStop and Funko make together, and also if Funko makes any other versions of him in the future. But at the same time, this is the first version of Chrysanthemum, so definitely a pop. I think if you're a Star Wars fan, you should get in your collection. It's pretty cool that the first version is flocked as well. That almost definitely means Funko's gonna do a regular one in the future, but definitely one is still gonna be the first version of it and has potential since it's a con exclusive, so definitely would grab that in your collection. Up next we have the G.I. Joe and Transformer Pops. A lot of people are excited about these. They don't tend to really sell out as much as the other Pops, so I think it's going to be easier to get than people think. Again, I could be wrong. They both look really cool. Not stuff that I collect, so I won't be getting it, but definitely Pops that you know, bring back a lot of nostalgia for people, but not ones I think are going to be like future Grails or anything, just because of past you know, past performance with this kind of line. We have the Deku skateboard, and not much more to say about that. The Penguin Rise Pop is very, very cool. I don't know if that's a Grail or fail. As far as the mold of it, it's very, very cool. I think that's probably the best overall looking pop that Funko did for this con. I like seeing stuff like that. It's more outside the box. That one feels like a con pop. As far as you know, future value, don't really know. But a pop that does not feel like a con pop at all is that Goku pop. I don't know why they are, you know, really hell-bent on making this driving school thing into a pop. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. If you guys don't know, I have a tattoo and everything. That's not an episode I remember too much. It was a filler episode. They made this pop and also the Piccolo one, which I don't know if it was a con or a regular release, but it's not a memorable one. Of all the Dragon Ball Z things they could have done, there's so many characters they still haven't done, and they choose to do this Goku. It just doesn't feel like a con pop at all to me. Up next we have another anime pop. I don't even know what this one's from, so not much I can say about it, but you know, anime pops tend to do really well, so if that's one you want to get, grab it in your collection. Now we have the Target ones. Another Star Wars one, I don't even know who that guy is, but that's not one I would, you know, think is going to sell out too fast. You know, they do a lot of different, you know, the people pops for Target, for Star Wars, they tend to do a lot of different versions of them, so I wouldn't be too worried about getting that in your collection. I think it's going to sit. The next one we have, what's his name, Kang, or He Who Remains. Another one I think is cool. I think it's another version of him in the past, so not one I think is going to do too well as far as value. And then we have the Penguin from Friends. Now this one is I'm on the fence about. You guys know, or if you were a long time viewer of the show, I have a Penguin collection back there, so I might grab this one, but I've never seen the episode of Friends. A lot of people seem to be excited about this one, so maybe one to keep on your radar that may sell out rather quickly as far as the best selling one from Target. I don't know about value, but this one's just one I think looks cool, and I think maybe other people will feel the same way. Up next we have the Toy Tokyo ones with the He-Man, the metallic one. I don't think that one is going to be incredibly valuable just because we've had so many different versions of He-Man. Only like the original one really has much value, so I would be, you know, I wouldn't be too, I wouldn't rush into getting this one just because I think it's may sell out instantly, but the value is going to stay pretty close to retail. And then we had the Blue Ranger Turtle. Again, a pop I think is really cool. I probably would try to grab it, but I just don't see them being extremely expensive initially, maybe long term over time, but I would be a little bit hesitant with paying much over retail for that one. And then finally we had the Hot Topic ones, which, you know, overall look cool other than the Bambi. I don't know why we got another Bambi. There's like 4 or 5 Bambis. I don't know why there's so many Bambi fans out there. The original Bambi, I do have back there somewhere. It's not too expensive, so I don't think this one's going to be expensive either. Bambi doesn't seem to have a lot of value, so if you're looking to get that one, I'd be, you know, I wouldn't rush and just wait for it to be around retail. That Silk Pop is really, really cool looking. I think we're probably going to get some Silk appearances in future Spider-Man MCU movies. There is a Walgreens one as well that I've been thinking about putting on Speculation Saturdays, but I knew something else was down the pipeline for Silk, so this one, really cool. I would probably get this one in your collection just because it's the cooler looking one, but the Walgreens one may end up being the more valuable one. It kind of depends on what you guys like. The Demon Slayer one, you guys know how I feel about Demon Slayer. I think the show's boring. That's just my hot take. I just find it boring. I mean, I remember this character from the show, don't remember the name. I know a lot of people are excited for this one. It looks cool. So, you know, it's something that I don't want to be biased about and tell you guys it's going to be a fail. I think definitely people are going to gravitate towards getting this one, and I think it's going to sell out immediately. So definitely one to keep on your radar if you're looking to get Pops before they sell out and get them for retail. I think that one's going to at least be a little bit above retail, but I don't know how it's going to be long term. And then the last Pop, which I think is probably the coolest looking Pop from this San Diego Comic-Con, is that Starfire. As far as value is concerned, I don't think it's going to have too much because there are other versions of Starfire out there. But as far as the look, I think this is probably the best done Funko Pop for the whole convention. I think it looks really well. The mold's cool. Starfire looks really dope. And a Pop I may end up grabbing in my collection just because I'm not a huge like Justice League or Teen Titans fan, but that Starfire is really, really dope looking. So that is the con in total. Overall, if we had to give it a 1 out of 10 grade, I'd probably give it like a 5.5 or a 6. It's not bad, it's not good. There's a lot to like about it, and there's a lot to not like about it. And it just seems to be, you know, not a con. Like, you know, people who've been collecting for a long time know that con feel. This con didn't seem like it gave that con feel, but still some pretty cool Pops. Like I said, only about 3 Pops that I want to get the collection. Only 3 I really see being long-term grails, and that's the Ted Lasso, the Charmander, and the Chrysanthemum. You know, we'll definitely revisit this sometime in the near future, a couple of months or next year, and we'll see if my picks were correct. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Always like hearing you guys, your opinion, even if you disagree with me. That's the whole fun of speculating, is giving my opinion and letting me know what you guys think as well. So thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. Check me out on my second channel where I do Pokemon, sport cards, and comic books. And also check me out on my Instagram at ThePopSavage. You can stay connected there too. Thanks again for watching, guys. Till next time, I'll see you later.